be very well capable to pull this off here.
Are they
Here we see
saving
it.
Bloodlust
JTC
for
running out.
later? I'm so worried for them. Please press Bloodlust or something.
Run away, little girl.
I think they're holding on to it for so long. Everyone is dropping so low. Look at
Ash
the
and
HP.
Hollow would be ready. Oh, onesie
no,
going
onesie
down.
actually went down.
Gingy has that immunity.
Oh no, that
We
was
have
actually
Ash
so
and Hollow
unlucky.
here.
That was so unlucky because onesie had the circle that usually needs to be scroop soaked. And then Zalia bucked him, but he died to the AoE damage before the circle went through. So because it didn't go through, the boss recasted it on Gingy. So that was actually really unfortunate. But now they got the Battle Rest up, they are using Bloodlust. I guess they were waiting for all of their offensive cooldowns to come back up. But yeah, that was Gingy going down too, the boss still on 6%. This boss just seems to be not dropping at all, as they're just dropping
it has
so
so
low.
much HP.
Useless.
But it will work,
Stand
I
aside
believe.
while
you know,
I do what
I'm
you
super hyped.
cannot,
I think they can
brother.
absolutely do it here. We still have Stack available to kind of top a player out. We have Lay on Hands that is available to Zelia. If he needs it, they should be stable enough to manage this here 2% on Wrath of Ashara, and then it is done. They should time that 26. One more time, Zelia getting the immunity, so here he can bubble it. That is the end of it. That boss should die here at this very second. But that was definitely not a smooth key. And while Incarnation is doing the 27 spires in the bottom right corner, and they're nearly finished with
Run
it,
away,
very
little girl.
beautifully, I just want to say about the Echo Guardians thing. I think the one
Four,
thing that
three,
we always said
two,
about Echo, and that
one.
they themselves said as well, is one of the biggest strengths that they as a team have is that they know each other and that their mindset as a group works really, really well. Whenever something goes wrong, they immediately know what to do just because they're so used to playing with each other and because they know how every other player works in their group. And maybe with the addition of 2 new players, that isn't not working out yet, right? So maybe there's just that practice time missing to kind of have that feeling for, okay, you know, he's gonna taunt and kite it away instead of we are both taunting and kiting away when the tank dies, for example, and causing chaos by doing that. So maybe that's what's being the problem here. I don't really know, but it seems like they're not on their A.
Once again, I must clean
Yeah,
up
I think that synergy is
your
actually
mess,
very
brother.
important. And I mean, I do think that the players themselves individually are incredibly good, of course. So
Of course.
by tomorrow, if they don't get eliminated today, anything can happen, right? If they don't get eliminated and actually make it to tomorrow, then I feel like they even have enough time to get that synergy together and maybe even get some huge keys done. So yeah, I'm excited for them still, even though they haven't been as impressive as like Method Sheesh was yesterday and today. I think they definitely have a lot of potential
Run away,
for
little
some
girl.
high keys today and tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Method
4,
Sheesh, talking about
3,
them, top left side
2,
of your screen.
1.
You can see they are doing that 29 hulls and it's looking incredibly good. They have 0 deaths. They dealt with Echelon really, really nicely. That's a boss that can be incredibly difficult on 29 Tyrannical. And they did a good job. And now they only have the mini boss left plus the last boss, which can still cause some issues, especially because they skipped both Oros and also Sogodon. So they're gonna have the physical damage increase and the slow. And we know just how much damage that boss does to your tank. So we'll see if Andy can survive that huge dot that that boss
fair-
leaves behind.
To be fair, when they went into that Halls of Atonement yesterday, I was like, Andy's gonna go on a different track, right? He's not gonna play Trot Paladin in Halls of Atonement. That end boss just shreds too hard. I was doubting it, I'll admit. But him going in there and the way they played that 27 chest was incredible. He barely dropped when they played it. So I'm super stoked to see what he's gonna do on that 29. He seemed extremely stable when they did it yesterday. And I think like somehow they're doing really well with rotation, speed taunting in between, karmaing the boss. So not everything goes on Andy himself. It's a really, really smart play of them, and I think they'll do the same thing on 29. I just hope it works out the same way that it did yesterday, because that was really beautiful.
Yeah, let's hope so for them. As Esther Y on the bottom right side of your screen is still in that 29 the other side. They have those 5 deaths on the board, but 4 of the deaths only happened for like a death skips kind of or slash ninja pool, so it wasn't too big of a time loss. And they should still be able to do this in time. The timer is looking okay. They still have to do dealer sacks, of course, that is going to be happening very soon, and then they have to go into the car wing as well. So still a decent chunk of the dungeon left, but I think the timer is okay for them. And then we also have Echo that is taking their 5-minute break right now. So yeah, some of the teams already starting their smaller breaks.
Defeated?
Yeah,
That's
and that is very good to see. For anybody that's not familiar, I think we already said it at the beginning of the stream. Teams are, from this tournament on, in the Great Push, we didn't have that rule for class tournaments, but they're required to take a break between the first and the last hour, just to make sure that, you know, they're not dashing through 5 hours of pure concentration because they are fearing that they're gonna leap out on time. So forcing them into a break, even, you know, I know they're catching up on what everybody else is doing and still thinking of strats, but for those 15 minutes, they're not allowed to pull a new dungeon, which I think is a really, really great change. And I just want to highlight that I think it's super valuable for our players' health, and yeah, great fan of that change of the format.
Ooh, Thunder actually going down for Method Cheese here, getting hit by one of those statues, unfortunately. Speed immediately